God of War, Sons of Sparta, is it a yay or a nay from you? That's all I really want to know. What have you made of it so far?
I don't hate it.
Mhm.
I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's close, you know? It's fucking close.
Yeah.
There's a there has to be a conversation between expectation and reality, though, in terms of a game that leaked so far in the fucking past. You create visions of what you think this game is going to look like in your mind. You
Mhm.
know, Kratos fucking dangling about on these blades of fucking chaos and jumping about like a madman. Amazing, you know. I have visions of that in my own brain, but I wasn't expecting to play as 15-year-old human Kratos,
Yeah.
and be killing, catching bugs and shit. It's like, I don't know how I feel about it, but I will give it this.
Mhm.
It's a very competent one of the games that it's trying to be, and I quite like the combat in it. I think that some of the combat encounters, in terms of the way the links and the way that you sort of you kind of bring the moves together. Like, for example, you hit a parry, and then you get the wee triangle button that you can use to execute the people. You run their stamina down, you can do that. The flow of that feels nice every single time that I do it. But then I fight a big monster and I'm basically just dodging, hitting, dodging. It's like,
Yeah.
give me a little bit of something else.
But
But
when you
I,
hit that parry, though, that's the one part that it does feel good in the game. I think I'm like, oh, this is something. And then it's quite brown. Like the game is very brown, Scott. I can't get away from it. And many cases, some could say it's quite shit, but there's parts of it where I'm like, it's a push pull. I think this is probably the most 6 out of 10 experience I've had in some time, and I'm wanting to like it more. I don't know what you think on that. I'm like, I feel myself urging it to just kind of go step further, but I don't
I,
know.
I, I can't. I don't want to, kick it while it's down, because I've not played anywhere near enough to run by it. I think I'm still very early on in my playtime with it, and I feel like I've not done very much. So I don't want to be like, this is the worst thing to happen to God of War since the first
Cheers.
one. You know what I mean? Like, the
Some
whole
would say
the
Atreus.
rest of the series, but
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where I'll come back to us on it, because I'll finish it. I'll finish it for the good of the show, and I'll let you all know about it once we get there.
Yeah, I look forward to it. I mean, I'm going to still try and beat it. That's the thing. There's something about it
Yeah,
that I am wanting to just keep playing through. And again, reminder, not every game needs to be a 10 out of 10. We are all a little bit guilty. I think you're bang on the expectation versus reality. I still cuss the leakers, from last week's State of Play, which we haven't even had a chance to talk about, I suppose. Quick recap. Fantastic. Best State of Play in a very long time, if not ever. But
yeah. It's
these
just the only thing you need to recap: Metal Gear Solid 4 is coming to PlayStation 5 in August.
yeah, we won.
That's
End of
that's
story.
that's all that matters. Nothing else. Fuck it
Yeah.
all.
And
That's
I'm
all
not
that matters.
going to do a big massive recap on it, because that was last week. This week, this is our week, right? We're celebrating, we're doing all the good stuff. Yeah, God of War, Sons of Sparta. All I would say is, if you're tempted, maybe just hold off a wee bit. I don't think it's worth the price of admission right now. But hey, each to their own. Each to their own. If you like God of War and you like Metroidvanias, I would say just go play God of War and then a different Metroidvania. That's what I'd probably say right now. But yeah,
The biggest issue that it has for me this week, and this is the last thing I'll say about it, is that this is a game that's come out in the same week that I'm currently playing through Neo 3 and Mutagenics at the same time, and it's got no fucking chance, absolutely no chance fighting between the two of those.
no.
Um, and speaking about 10 out of 10 games, man, Mutagenics. I'll
It's
talk
got
about
you.
it next week. I promised it this week, but I'll talk about it next week. But that game is fucking something special.